and something innovative will be needed to help resolve this horrific situation that we witness year in and year out. We are not the only country recruiting soldiers into our army. There are various forms and various standardizations across the group. And I believe that if we really wanted to change it, we will have done so. I was very happy when the president said it was going to be done on a regional basis. And some of us spoke on your network and said, let's add a little bit of smart way of recruiting people where we wouldn't have large numbers of people forming the queue like we are seeing. But I don't think anybody listened or they anticipated what we are seeing. To the extent that we have lost 6 people, I believe the recruitment authorities and the state itself will wake up to their responsibility and they will engage some level of creativity and innovative way of managing this situation and leaving these young people who are willing to put their lives on the line, not desperate and not despair. It's unfortunate, but that is where we are as a nation.
Now they are asking these young individuals, some of which, a number of them actually, who continue to be outside, to go home and return or on subsequent days, but they are refusing to go because there appears to be a lack of trust in the process being smooth and transparent and very fair to them as well. Can you blame them for their refusal to leave?
No problem. I wouldn't blame them at all because you just spoke to Armstrong, just spoke to some of the people at El-Wak, and they are showing signs that some other people are breaking the line, some other people are obstructing the line, some other people are breaching the standard procedure in terms of queue, and that is exactly what might have led to the stampede in the first place. The people running to join the queue and people running to be in front, and that might have led the stampede in the first place. The military don't need a soothsayer or a prophet to tell them that once you have large numbers of people and people are anxious and anxiety is setting in, they will want to get into the stadium. And once they are not getting in, they will do everything to get in. The end result is that some people will run over others and it becomes the survivor of the fittest. The methodology of assembling large numbers of people at El-Wak, as we are seeing, is a failed strategy and it's an archaic strategy that needed to be scrapped. So I believe the young people have seen that now that I'm here and some other people are breaking the lines and are using protocol to get in, if I go home, I wouldn't have the opportunity to get in there on Saturday. They have to do everything responsible and everything possible to convince them. And once they do that, that will be fine.
And what it is that we're seeing play out, every now and then when these recruitments are happening, we continue to see the sheer numbers who are turning up. It used to be a purchase of form and all of that. It speaks to the unavailability of jobs. And I know for you security persons, you continue to sound the alarm as to what the dangers of a lack of job opportunities for young people are to the democracy and the republic. The fact that we continue to see it play out the way it does, and to the extent that it has happened this way today, it does suggest that there is quite the arduous task on government to find alternatives for young people in terms of jobs.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. There's one way of providing jobs, and there's a decent way of doing it. There's one way of asking people to serve in the military, and there's a strategic way of doing it. There's a way of making the security agencies available to people who are willing and able and have the qualification to join. But it has to be creative, and there are creative ways of doing it. We can benchmark what happens at the British academies and how they recruit people into their armies. We have a lot of people in this country who have joined the British Army and they have retired and they are working in government and acts of government. They can share their experience and we can benchmark some of the best practices. Coupled with the fact that unemployment is a major security risk, and we are all aware. The military is not the only avenue to serve your country, but we've created an avenue and created a narrative that makes people feel that they have to join the military. And when you look at the bodies of the people, and you look at the faces of the young people there, and you look at their emotions in there, these ones are different from the olden days where you want people to struggle their way into El-Wak, which then become the standard procedure that survival of the fittest, those with huge bodies, were the ones that will have the opportunity to serve by getting into El-Wak before the actual process starts. These are young people. These are people who are willing to serve. They don't even know what it means to serve in the army. They are just putting themselves out there. Peradventure, they might get a permanent job that gives them a permanent salary. So we have to rethink the process. We have to review the process. And we have to reassess the methodology. And once that is done, I believe we are going to come to, a particular position where some of this stampede and some of these issues will be avoided. My own guess was, many years ago when I was joining the BNI, we wrote an aptitude test. On the 1st of November, the BNI wrote an aptitude test. How many people heard about it? And how many stampede do they have? Where was the kill? So there are better ways of doing it. If the army is finding it difficult getting people to register as first instance, then they should call the director BNI or call the director NIB and let them show them what we do at the BNI as intelligence officers, how we manage the process and how we sit out people and bring them to the table to write aptitude tests. And we don't have any issues until I tell you that on 1st November, people wrote aptitude tests. Not many people in this country are aware that the BNI even start recruitment process. We are the best. We are intelligence officers. We are creative. We are innovative. So let the military come home. Let them learn. And we must avoid this particular thing because losing 6 people at El-Wak just for getting from the first door to the second door is an eyesore, and it's a very horrible thing to do.
Right. And for the military chiefs, this has been quite the week, considering that we received that report yesterday, details of it. There are persons already asking questions of leadership, and we're seeing things play out the way it's playing out today. What would you have to tell them in terms of managing, going forward, a number of these public encounters? Because some will say one too many in the last few months. Mr. Kumadoe, are you still with us on the phone lines?
Will have to be improved. It comes by public education and awareness creation. And it also comes by people understanding what the military in particularly do or what it does for the country and why we must engage them meaningfully and should not be antagonistic to the military. Because attacking military officers in a manner some people will want to do comes with some level of difficulty, and if they react in a responsive manner, it may lead many people in a very high level of discomfort. And I don't think we want to do so. But the military has a responsibility and the duty to engage the public meaningfully and to ensure that they establish those relationships that make them more affable and make them more friendly, while they don't lose sight of the fact that they are soldiers, they are military people, and they have to do what they are trained to do. And I believe all these discussions are happening within the shortest possible time. And it's all part of what we need to do as a nation to engage ourselves meaningfully in discussing the issues as they matter to us and as they matter to our national sovereignty. So we thank TV3 and the media general for creating the platform for some of us to share our experience. And as we do so, people listen and people take clues from it. And that is the way to go as a nation.
Mr. Kumadoe, I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now it's the afternoon, but we started this all throughout the morning. And the news, unfortunately, 6 individuals have died, some others injured as a result of a stampede at about 6:20 a.m. This morning. And of the many things, we'll be seeking to get a bit more in terms of understanding as to what's happened from the El-Wak Sports Stadium, and also get an understanding as to what is expected to happen in the coming hours. But right now, let's bring you News Central.